Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're having a great day and welcome to the Tundra Dude 34 YouTube channel. So about a year ago, I did a video called the top 5 Tundras of all time. And during that video, I was talking about my favorite top 5 of all time. But since it came out, you guys have been asking for another video with different criteria. So today, I'm going to show you what I'm calling my Mount Rushmore of Toyota Tundras, meaning they're not necessarily my favorite, but significant to the Tundra model. Things that made a difference along the way. Now, as we know, there are 4 presidents on the real Mount Rushmore, but we're going to be adding a 5th today because I think there's one that definitely has to be on it. You will agree on that. If you disagree with any of these, this is just my opinion for the Mount Rushmore, go down in the comments and let me know what your Mount Rushmore is for the Toyota Tundra line. It's been around a long time. There's been some great Tundras, but today we're focusing on significance. My one rule in this is that I'm going to be giving you truck options from all 3 generations. All 3 generations have to be represented. So let's get to it. No particular order. I figured we would start right in the new gen. And I'm talking about the 2024 Toyota Tundra 1794 limited edition. Now, there's a lot of reasons this truck is significant with the Toyota brand. It's not even a year old yet, but ultimately, it does have a ton of significance. Number one, it carries the 1794 name. And if you know anything about Tundra history, you know that the 1794 trim is named after the year the ranch was founded that TMMTX in San Antonio sits on today. TMMTX is where they build the Tundra. So the history is tied right into that name. Now, the regular 1794 came out in 2014, but this special 1794 limited edition was a 1-year limited production truck that came out in 2024. Now, what's special about this truck, there's only 1,500 made. It takes 3 different Tundras and puts it all into one truck. You will see aspects of the Platinum, you will see aspects of the regular 1794, and you will see aspects of the TRD Pro. But even more important than that, and all of those features that are encompassed in this truck, on the inside of the truck, the Saddleback Leather Company designed the interior. So you have Saddleback Leather Company in the seats. There's saddlebags on the back of the seats. So it tied in all these different aspects of Tundra and brought in the Saddleback Leather Company, and it's a numbered truck. So down the road, we are going to look back on the 1794 limited edition as one of the best. And let's not forget, it's totally loaded with options. It could tow around 11,000 pounds. It has the iForce Max engine. And even though it's an extremely high luxury numbered truck, it could definitely find its way off-road. You have the TRD Pro style suspension on it from Fox. It has a Falcon Wild Peak all-terrain tire. It is a nice loaded Tundra that kind of covers everything. And there are unique aspects about it as well. For instance, and these are smaller things, it has the power side steps, power bed step, and it's set up like a TRD Off-Road and TRD Pro. In normal Tundra circumstances, you can't get the power bed step and power side steps when you have a TRD Off-Road. It also has locking rear diff multi-terrain select and crawl control, and it is the only non-TRD Off-Road, non-TRD Pro that has that. So it's a very unique trim, and it's only around for 1 year and only 1,500 made. Definitely belongs on the Mount Rushmore of Tundra. All right, moving right along. I think everybody will agree on this next one, the 2007 Toyota Tundra. If you don't know much about Tundra, 2007 was year 1, the launch of the 2nd generation, and it really brought the Toyota Tundra up to the full-size market. One of the complaints in the 1st gen is people used to say that the Tundra isn't a true full-size competitor to the big 3. Well, Toyota said, hold on. And in the 2nd generation, they gave the Tundra a big facelift, ground-up remodel. All of a sudden, the truck had the 5.7-liter V8 engine. It had a tow capacity of 10,000 pounds. I mean, this truck really stepped up. There was a great ad campaign that came when 07 came along too. We saw all those commercials all over the place. The Tundra eventually, in that generation, towed the space shuttle. That was also a great ad campaign that they did as well. And from '07 to 21, the second generation, there was a lot of changes, but overall stayed the same. 6-speed automatic transmission, 5.7 V8. It also had the 4.7 V8 in the beginning, and then the 4.6 V8 is the secondary engine choices. At one point, it had the 4-liter V6 as the third engine choice. There were different cab configurations, bed configurations. The CrewMax cab, when that came out, people were wowed by how big that cab was, but it all started in '07. '07 is also significant because it is the best-selling year for Tundra all time, right around 197,000 units sold. It is the #1 year to this very day. So 2007 has to be mentioned when you're talking Mount Rushmore of Tundra, because that's when people from the big three, loyal to their brand, started to take a look at Toyota and say, wow, that's a true competitor, because you had the power of the big three, but now you had the reputation and longevity of the Toyota brand. So definitely up there on Mount Rushmore. This one, and this is why I stress the word significance, definitely belongs up there. The 2003 Toyota Tundra T3 edition. Now, if you remember that truck and you remember that year, Terminator 3, the movie, came out, and they made a Tundra edition of this truck. It was a limited production truck. It was an SR5 access cab that was two-wheel drive. It had a TRD exhaust. It had special wheels, a T3 grille. It had a T3 sticker on the back of the bed, Tokago shocks. I mean, it did enough to make it special, but once again, only two-wheel drive. Now, when we're talking significance, why would this be mentioned if it's a movie truck that only lasted 1 year and a small limited production of that truck? Because not only did they make the Tundra for the movie, as in, oh, look, a T3 edition, that'll be cool. The Tundra was in the Terminator 3 movie as the main truck in the movie. So in 2000, the model came out, Toyota Tundra, right? That was the first model year. And in 2003, we're seeing it on the big screen as the main character, along with Arnold and everything. So people really got a great glimpse of the Toyota Tundra. So not only was it, hey, we're just going to make a truck with the movie name on it and hope it sells, the truck was in the movie. So that is very significant, because a lot of eyeballs saw the Toyota Tundra potentially for the first time. So you have to mention the T3 edition Tundra when you're talking significance on the Tundra Mount Rushmore. Fourth one, not even a Tundra. But how could you say the word significance without talking about this? The Toyota T100. That is the predecessor to the Toyota Tundra. It was around from 92 to 98. It was built in Japan. It started with a regular cab, and then they eventually added an access cab. It never saw a V8. They were V6 engine options. It was an automatic transmission. Also, a manual transmission was available. I know around me, I still see a maroon one that is a regular cab with an 8-foot bed on it. All right. Now, this truck Toyota was kind of going into the water of the full-size truck market in the US, but they were kind of approaching it in a way of, hey, if you don't want, a big full-size truck, here's a full-size truck that's a little bit smaller, can, do well in narrow areas, maybe, a city kind of setting. And that is what started Toyota and Japan into the US full-size market. It was only available in North America. So without that T100, you don't get the Tundra, okay? So once again, 92 to 98 was the T100. In May 99, they started building the Toyota Tundra as a 2000 model year truck. So that absolutely, of all of these trucks, has to be on the Mount Rushmore. So when you comment back and start telling me what you think your Toyota Tundra Mount Rushmore should be, automatically T100 has to be on there. Now, like I said, that covers the 4 presidents that's on Mount Rushmore today, but there's room for a 5th. And this one may actually be the most significant of all of them. I, of course, am talking about Victor Shepard's 2007 million-mile Tundra. That is a very big deal and was a very big deal when it happened. Victor Shepard is just a regular Toyota customer who drove his 2007 Toyota Tundra 4.7 V8 over 1,000,000 miles. Okay, that was a big deal. Now here's an even bigger deal. Original engine, original transmission, original paint. Everything actually looks fairly pristine on the truck. Now, Toyota eventually took this truck from Victor and gave him a brand new one so they could break it down and learn how the truck did over the 1,000,000 miles. And Victor is actually working on getting to 1,000,000 miles again with the 2016 truck he's in now. So that's amazing. Has to be that fifth spot up there on the Mount Rushmore, the 1,000,000-mile 4.7-liter V8 Tundra. In case you don't know, the 4.7-liter V8 was the main V8 in the first-gen Tundra. In the second-gen Tundra, the 4.7 V8 was around from 07 to 09 as the secondary engine before it was replaced in 2010 by the 4.6 V8 as the secondary engine. So Victor's is a 4.7 V8. It's been around a long time at that point, legendary through the first generation. So that is my Tundra Mt Rushmore. I want to hear what you think about my Mount Rushmore, but also I want to hear your Mount Rushmore. And it doesn't necessarily have to be the way I did it with significance. It could be whatever you want it to be, your top 4 or 5. I'd love to hear what everybody thinks. But let's recap one more time. The 1794 limited edition, it has to be up there with the partnership with Saddleback, what they did to the interior, with the aspects of 3 different Tundra trims falling into one truck. I think it's an excellent trim, and it only lasted one model year, 1,500 units. It's going to be something we talk about for a long time for sure. Number 2, absolutely has to be the 2007 Toyota Tundra. Going into that second gen, really stepped up the Tundra into the next level and brought it to more eyes than probably ever before at that point. And again, 2007, the #1 sales year for Toyota Tundra. That second generation is still insanely popular to this day. 07 to 21 with the 5.7 V8, legendary engine, legendary platform. Number 3, the 2003 T3 edition Tundra. Not only did we see a movie truck, but we saw it on the big screen with Arnold Schwarzenegger in Terminator 3. So people absolutely got to see that truck, probably, potentially for the first time, because it was very early in the model year's lifespan. So all the people that went to see Terminator 3, and it was a very popular movie, got to see the Toyota Tundra as a main star. It's got to be up there. Then, how could we even be talking about the Toyota Tundra without mentioning the T100? It all started here, the predecessor to the Tundra. Without that truck, you don't get the Tundra, built from 92 to 98, and it's up there on my Mount Rushmore. And of course, Victor Shepard's 1,000,000-mile 2007 4.7-liter V8 Toyota Tundra. He put all those miles on, and what did he do? Basic maintenance the whole time. Original engine, original transmission, original paint. Absolutely, probably dead center in Mount Rushmore Toyota Tundra land is Victor Shepard's 2007 Tundra. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Until next time, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok at TundraDude34, TundraDude34 at gmail.com. Go down in the comments. I'm really looking forward to hearing about your Toyota Tundra Mount Rushmore edition. Let's see what you got.